Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, you might have to excuse me because I've come over all a bit sniffly and coffee and coffee. I've got my coffee, but I just keep coughing and sniffling. I'm not sure why. I was absolutely fine before I sat down. Okay, let's have a look at the energy for today. It's another nice hot day. I've got to stay covered up today. Caught the sun a bit too much yesterday, but hey, especially on that one leg, being out in the garden. Let's pull some cards and see what the story for today is. Let's have a look. Okay, we're not looking. That's cool. Not yet. Anyway, I hope we're going to look at some point. Not that psychic. Oh, that would be fun, wouldn't it? I want 9. Okay. It looks like a game of noughts and crosses. It's 11:11. Okay. That's what it reminds me of, setting up for a game of noughts and crosses, and it let me see the last card, which is the 9 of Wands. Okay, so there's a masculine energy here who is lost. There you go, lost. What's the bottom of the deck? Oh, there's a divine feminine as well who looks a bit lost. Noughts and crosses. Then I want to say X marks the spot. I wonder what that centre reading, that centre card is. Look guys, I'll let you have a look. Should we unravel together? Okay, let's have a look then. Should we have a look I want to look what the centre one is. I don't know why. Is the centre one important when you're playing noughts and crosses? There's some kind of strategy to it, isn't there? Well, I don't know. I don't know it. There you go, the Hermit. So we've got the Hermit here. In the centre. Lost. Okay, let's go for this one. The Chariot. We've got a line here. Willpower. Determination, courage, strength. Okay. Sunshine. Positivity. Hermitage. Passions ignited. What other way can we go? We go this way. Oh, 2 of Swords. The Emperor. Make sense of that, guys. Okay. And we come back. What was that all about? I don't know. Okay. Noughts and crosses. Bored. Lost. Entertainment. It's shouting out connect 4. Why are we playing with games? Four in a row. I don't know. There's not 4 here. You can't get 4 in a row here. Okay, let's have a look at this story. Oh my. We've got the Chariot. Let me channel this normally. What's normal anymore? Tell me what's normal. So we've got the Chariot. Now the Chariot is about, like I say, being armoured up, but having the determination to charge forward to be able to triumph. So I want to say that someone's feeling quite optimistic about winning this game. Cool. I'm not that competitive, so it's all right. We've got the Chariot. Definitely a masculine energy here. And then we have a feminine who is guarded. Okay, so, okay, she's keeping her cards close to her chest. Okay, so you're not sure what's going on here. But I want to say that it's optimistic for this feminine. What's she keeping a secret? I don't know. We have the masculine here who's actually looking up at the Chariot. And then we have a feminine who's walking into, I don't know, what's the abyss? Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. But Where's he off to? He's looking for spirituality. We have the Hermit here. Like I said, this feeling of being lost. He's following his guiding light. We have this, well actually we have the King of Swords and the Emperor here. So a strong divine masculine energy here. I cannot make sense too much of this reading. He came out yesterday. I wasn't really quite liking his attitude, to be honest. Okay. Passion's been ignited. We've got the Emperor looking out the side of his eyes here, looking at that passion being ignited. And it's like, what's the next move? Very interesting. Underlying energy, the feminine. Following divine guidance, I want to say. Keeping things very close to her chest. Have a look how it's all kind of... Let's clarify. I'm not sure what with. Wasn't really expecting the reading to come out as a bit of a... oh, it's called... Is it called Tic-Tac-Toe? Tic-Tac-Toe. Psychic Tarot. That one wants to come out for the Chariot. Obstacles and challenges here. Okay, the Five of Wands. So there is this conflict. Two of Swords. Shadow. I said, what is it that she's keeping a secret? Because she's keeping something very close. So we've got the Shadow here, which is, it is the Moon card, so it's the feminine's intuition. It's about secrets. Now, we've been told that secrets are starting to be revealed. It was in the card yesterday. It made mention of all spiritual truths are not hidden anymore. I think it came in with the enlightenment of the divine masculines. So, the Shadow. I wonder, I feel there as if the divine masculines may be trying to enter the divine feminine space. Because next we have the Sun card, which is he's sensing this positivity, this vibrancy, this new life. I won't say adventure, but she's keeping things very closed here. Patience. So that's Temperance, about reconciliation, being blended in your divine masculine, divine feminine energy. Now we've got the Five of Pentacles. Why is it being so noisy? Five of Pentacles. What sounded like slots going down in Connect 4, or whatever you call it, wherever you are. The Sacrifice. The feminine has made the sacrifice. The masculine's now looking for refuge. I'm not sure what I said about that lady going into the abyss. Well, I'm going to look at that. Allow me to turn airplane mode off then, please. Abyss meaning a deep or seemingly bottom chasm. How do you say that? Oh, no, I can't pronounce this word. I want to find out what it means. A deep fissure in the earth's surface.
Chasm.
Chasm. A chasm a mile long. Okay, I said that this lady here was going into the abyss. A gorge, a cannon, a canyon. Don't purr in a cannon. A void. She's gone into the void. Sacrifice. I don't feel that's a divine feminine. I feel that could be maybe a karmic partner. A deep or seemingly bottomless chasm, a rope led down into the dark abyss. Ooh, a wide or profound difference between people. That's interesting. The regions of hell, conceived of as a bottomless pit, Satan's dark abyss. I feel the masculine may have sent somebody, maybe he's just walked away, or he's going to. There's challenges and obstacles, but I feel that the divine masculine here is really much looking at the divine feminine, at her sacrifice, wanting to know maybe a secret. She's very closed off. It really does feel like the divine masculine is kind of, like I said, it was about being lost. So that's what I've picked up on that. A catastrophic situation seen as likely to occur. Tethering on the edge of the abyss of a total political wipeout. That's another game, isn't it? Wipeout. Let's get off the games. Who's playing games? Someone's playing games. Definitely. I wouldn't be picking up on games otherwise. Okay. What's next then, Cluedo? Okay, let's solve this. It's all good. Or should we play a game of Guess Who? We could do that one as well, couldn't we? It did make mention the other day to the masculines about it being the game of life. Okay, and it was time to take that leap. A window of opportunity. And it's like Jasper scared me. He's just, he's having a drink, but you know when they kind of, if you ever watch a cat before they drink, they kind of pad the floor. I'm not sure what that's all about. But that's what he was just doing, and his nails were, his claws, tic-tac-toe. Hermit's in the middle. Okay. Resting, rejuvenating. Well, we knew that from this week's reading, is the divine masculine didn't really want to be disturbed. Like I said, I wasn't really, you know, it was quite abrupt, the energy yesterday. So this resting and rejuvenating for the, I want to say for the divine masculine. That's about healing. Let's read the Rest and Rejuvenate card with the Hermit. I'm not going to read the Hermit. The Rider-Waite doesn't come with a very good descriptive book anyway, so I never read from that. What am I looking for? The Four of Swords. Okay. Got to focus. Focus. This card implies that a period of rest, meditation, rejuvenation and recuperation is in order. It usually comes forward when you're encountering or coming out of a particularly emotional or mentally taxing experience. The number 4 in numerology means foundation. So this is a time to heal, to be with your soul and to continue moving steadily forward. Allowing space just for your reflection is both needed and long overdue. That comes in with this shadow here. Let me just read that again. Allowing space just for your reflection is both needed and long overdue. Reposing and taking moments for yourself will give you the opportunity to look at a problem or situation instead of being in it. It's a chance to stand back, view your life with clarity and renewed appreciation, and see where changes can be made to create a healthier and stronger foundation, enabling you to take your next step. It's like the chess master. I cannot play chess. I can play drafts. I cannot play chess. I've never tried to learn, but it's one I cannot play as of yet. Okay, so we've got the Hermit. It's like knowing that you need to actually take a good look at your own reflection. There's meditation here going within. We've got the King of Swords. He was coming out yesterday, like I said, this kind of dazed look, this blank face, quite stern. So let's see what what card wants to clarify his energy today? I don't feel he's as stern as yesterday. So it makes me feel that the Divine Masculine could be open to a bit more open-minded. There you go. I don't want to say open to help. I want to say just open-minded a bit more. Emotional loss. So the Divine Masculine is struggling. It's from his heart space here. Okay. It's like that's kind of echoing. Look at the vibration. So I feel that he's thinking logically now about all this emotional loss that he's feeling, this pain. You've got passions been ignited, which he is looking at. Mental conflict. Okay, I'm going to read this one today with that Ace of Wands, because the universe is trying to offer an opportunity of passion, a passionate life, an adventure. And then we have mental conflict. So this card deals with the inability to move forward as self-doubt emerges from indecisiveness or not being able to take action with a person, group, or even a situation in your present life. It may not be an easy decision, but you're already aware of this. Just remember that you have the strength, courage, and power to make all the necessary considerations. When you decide to act and finally make the choices that need to be made, then and only then will a resolution be forthcoming, and with it, a sense of mental relief. There's assistance out there for you, so seek out and listen to wise counsel to help you make the right choices, the right decisions. Listen to your intuition and have faith in yourself. Peace and harmony will soon be yours. So there's definitely this mental conflict regarding making a decision about a passionate new beginning. So, Mr. Emperor, let's see what card wants to come out. Yeah, wanting to resurrect. You can see his consideration here. So the Ace of Swords, so we've already had the Ace of Wands. It isn't a major arcana, it's a minor arcana, which means the opportunity is there for you if you see it. And it's like if you're daring enough to take it, because you've got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords here with the triumphant success. So the first of the mental cards signifies that new beginnings and exciting challenges may be before you. By utilising your strength, willpower, determination and focus, there's a potential for you to reign triumph in many areas of your life. In traditional tarot, this card represents the Ace of Swords. And since a sword is double-edged, let's just hold these back up. It can cut through the barriers that hold you back if it's done constructively and with precision. Remember that there's another side to the blade. If you're rash and use it in a destructive way, it could be harmful to yourself and others. Always pause and think before you act. This card is a reminder to vanquish negative thoughts from your mind, strengthen and tap into your mental powers, and use clarity with control in order to initiate new ways of thinking. I feel here that Divine Masculine will be pulling himself up on his own behaviour now. I want to say his abruptness, because it's enough just to make anybody walk away. I felt that yesterday. If you sensed in a masculine's reading, it was like he was very guarded. It was like, stay away, I don't want to be disrupted. I don't want to be interrupted. And it's just a rude energy. Just a rude energy, to be honest. And that's why I kind of went, okay, absolutely fine. But I suppose it's like having a little puppy dog, isn't it? And every time, you know, you go to stroke it, it bites you. In the end, you're going to probably stop wanting to stroke it and show it love if every time, you know, it snaps at you. So, snap. There you go. Maybe we should play Happy Families. I don't know. So, definitely about playing games here. Let's look at this Nine of Wands then. It's like playing games with the universe, really. But maybe in a not so good way, because it just catches up with you, which was the energy for the Divine Masculine. It's just like Divine's just going to catch up with you. And it's like give your ass a good whooping. Don't worry, the Divine Feminines have had it. And the more that you resist... Oh, look, Happy Families. So I feel the Divine Masculine is wanting to play Happy Families, but maybe for real. I think you realise it's not really a joke. It's quite serious, isn't it? This life and how we live it. And when you wake up, you really do start to then see things differently. You make changes. Let's have a look at the bottom. Stand your ground. Now, is this Divine Masculine standing his ground against the universe? Like I've just spoke about that. So it's like having the battle with the universe. And it's the universe just take over. Divine has taken over with the Divine Masculine now. It's like there's no interference from the Divine Feminine. And that's why the Divine Masculine's feeling the Divine Feminine's very closed off and not sure what's going on. Beyond like the cover of what they see as... Don't judge a book by its cover. So he's not completely sure what's going on with the Divine Feminine. So we've got stand your ground. That's either working in conjunction with the universe or still fighting it. Let's get some Angels of Light cards. Serenity. Serenity bestows inner peace, tranquility and calmness of mind. When you feel serene, you are your own person, for nothing and no one can bother, upset or influence you. You are like a calm, clear lake, beautiful and peaceful to be with. Your quiet radiance brings hope and support to those who come within your aura. You attract people and love from... You attract people, it says you attract respect and love from others, for all are calmed by you. As you become deeply serene and still, you connect to the higher powers of the universe for divine guidance, and your path in life becomes smooth. I'll get my words out. Smooth and flowing. Quietly ask your angels to hold you in serenity. Affirmation: I am serene and still. So I'm feeling here really, this is what the Divine Masculine's wanting. He'll be able to feel that that's really, there's no kind of drama within the Divine Feminine's life. He won't be able to, he won't be picking up on that. So really he's holding his own now. Everything that he's feeling, I feel, is his own. Acknowledgement. Look after yourself by acknowledging your desires and needs and taking steps to meet them. Examine and note your gifts, talents and achievements. When you accept all aspects of yourself, you feel centered and confident. Then you can genuinely acknowledge others. This is the shadow work that's going on within the masculine here. Become aware of and nurture the good qualities of the people in your life so that they feel relaxed and happy in your presence. So you've picked up on not actually feeling very comfortable within the Divine Masculine's energy, presence at the moment, and that's why the Divine Feminine's pulled out. Angel wisdom reminds you to recognise who you truly are an evolved spirit in a human body. When you acknowledge your spiritual dimensions, you will align with your true self and your spirit will soar. I acknowledge who I truly am. You have to acknowledge your shadow side as well. And that can be your temper, your reactions. We've all behaved like that, but once you recognise it, you can change it. But if you choose to continue in that, let's just say that persona, yeah, at some point, it's going to catch up with you. And you will have to acknowledge your own behaviour. Then you have a choice of whether you'll wallow in self-pity because you realise all the things that maybe you have done, or you change it and you make things right. I just think that, you know, just consciously just try and stop there and then that behaviour that you don't like or that you've acknowledged within yourself, and you can see the pattern of what's going on. And you become still. You focus, you work on that, you change. Honesty. Angel wisdom reminds you that your every thought, word, emotion and action is reflected in your aura. When you are honest, your aura is crystal clear. Everyone knows where they are with you and feels totally safe. Yeah, there's no honesty, Divine Masculines. Sorry, but there's no honesty. And the first thing that you need to do is be honest with yourself. And then, mentioned here, you're then able to, when you accept all aspects of yourself, you feel centered and confident, then you can genuinely acknowledge others. And that's because you choose not to judge. Every time you judge someone, you'll just be judging yourself. So, honesty. When you are honest, your aura is crystal clear. Everyone knows where they are with you and feels totally safe. The angels suggest that you look within and purify any murky thoughts and feelings. When you are totally honest with yourself, you behave with integrity and dare to be open, for there is nothing to hide. People respect and trust you. As you radiate a resonance of honesty, people respond to you with openness and honesty in their return. Affirmation: I'm honest in thought, word and deed. I'm going to get one more. Definitely touching on something here about playing games. Light. You need to see the light side of you. Light illuminates darkness and gloom, bringing hope and inspiration. Ask the angels to fill you with more light, for it contains spiritual information and knowledge. These are keys to the universe and bring love and peace, as well as unlocking the wisdom within you. As your light becomes stronger and clearer, you will find clarity and purpose. You will radiate brightly and become a beautiful, doesn't say that, but I'm going to add it in, and you will become a beautiful beacon, reminding others of the divine help available. Angel wisdom suggests you ask the angels to ignite and strengthen the divine flame within you. Affirmation: I am light. You're also dark as well, which we all are. We can't keep running away from our dark side and not actually acknowledging it. Okay. And then when you can actually talk about, you can only talk about your dark side when you've actually decided to give it a kick, okay, and not let it be your dominant part. It will need to come out. It will need to come out at some point, okay, whether you need to stand up for yourself, you need to set boundaries. You will need your shadow side. It's there for a reason. And you can then go on, once you've kind of tamed your own ego, fears, responses. Let's get one of these. You're able to help and guide others, but you have to be able to talk about that. It really needs to get to a point where you can talk about, be totally honest, okay, about anything. It can be tough. It can be tough. But if you're not honest, there's a strong chance it will catch up with you. I want to say, is there any questions that you're running away from in the fear of being asked them? To explain yourself, that's a big one. You stay away because you don't want to have to explain yourself. That's just admitting to the truth if you've done wrong. It's like you really do need to get to that point where you are able to talk about situations that you find hard. So what are those hard situations, and work on those? I would say just have conversations with yourself. Start talking out loud. Just start trying to put a new story to the old one. Try and look for the lesson and the growth, and then see if you can actually explain that. Okay, if you can actually see what's gone on, acknowledge. Star ancestor. This one keeps coming up, doesn't it? Follow the voice of your soul. I know this is either 76, yes, because it's star ancestor and stargazers. Stargazers, just one stargazer, but we're on star ancestor. Heed the messages coming directly from your soul. The star ancestors is a Native American term for extraterrestrial light beings who are dedicated to the healing and growth of the world. These incredible beings are divine embodiments of love who bring wisdom from the higher realms. Often people feel a sense of connectedness when they look up into the night sky and see the stars. I believe that's because those are what this card represents. Doesn't say that. I've missed a line completely. I believe that's because they are remembering their starry connections, and those are what this card represents. The star ancestor is reminding you that you have otherworldly support and that your friends from the stars can help if you are willing to be helped. They can support you in connecting with and following your soul's deepest calling. Extended message. There is a deeper purpose to the human journey. Not only were you born on purpose, you were born for a purpose. You were born to be a bright light in the world, and there are supporters out there in the universe sending waves of energy to guide you at this time. Information and inspiration that has been coming your way recently is not new information, but memories. Your feelings of being drawn into a particular direction are the awakening of an aspect of your soul. You are being drawn towards a road that will not only light you up, but also help you light up your corner of the world. Continue following the cosmic guidance that is coming your way. I'm going to get another one from here. It's a very masculine read again. Just waiting for that clock to turn to 11:44. Really is talking about, you know, opening up to your light worker abilities as well. Hermit. Retreat and recharge. But the Hermit was the second. It was the second card that we pulled over. But there we go. Let's come out with the Hermit. Take time to rest and recuperate in order to continue your growth. Okay. Benefit from the information that will come directly from your heart space. I said that something was like kind of echoing. Echo. Heart echo. What does that mean? I have been feeling like, not my own heart, but definitely pressure on the heart. The heart's been kind of beating. Very anxious. I come over sometimes. It's definitely not mine. I calm it down. But yeah, sometimes I'm aware that my heartbeat is a little bit accelerated. So the Hermit card is one of solitude and meditation. It represents your capacity to go within and arrive at the cave of your heart. Many of the answers to your problems lie within, and if you don't take the time to connect with yourself and feel comfortable alone, you won't be able to hear the messages that are rising up inside of you. The cross-legged meditation position of the cave-dwelling sadhu on the card is an invitation to harness the power of your meditation practice. The Sri Yantra symbol behind him represents the union of the masculine and feminine energies, hence support from Mother, Father, God. We've got the patience here with the blending. It's like getting to that place of new beginnings, okay? But you need to actually, it's really recommending that you try meditation. Your meditation practice needs looking at. Extended message. You have been working hard and giving your all to your current situation, and it may become draining and detrimental to your development unless you retreat and recharge your energies. So you are being guided to take a step back at this time. If you're working on bringing something together, your over-involvement could impede the process. So retreat and breathe. If you have something to say or do that could have a larger impact on your life, spend some time in deep thought, even contemplation before moving forward. Often when we rush in, we don't see how destructive our actions can be. So meditate and listen to your soul's wisdom before proceeding further. Okay. So I'm just going to do a little rundown on this reading because I'm not going to keep it too long for you guys. Okay. So we have the Divine Masculine's energy here. It's like the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculines are kind of disconnected within the stream of their energy. The Divine Masculine's not really feeling the Divine Feminine's energy. And this is causing conflict, okay, especially with being able to charge forward and feeling balanced. The Divine Masculine's most definitely looking at his shadow side, having a good look in the mirror and wanting to become balanced, okay, to have this positive, I want to say, new beginning. There's been a sacrifice here. That is the Hangman card, but we have the Feminine here. And I said that I felt that the masculine here is looking for spiritual guidance, but whoever's kind of else is in the picture has been sent kind of just their karma, okay? It's like their karma's caught up with them and they're now walking into, I don't know, maybe their own lessons, transformation maybe. But they're going into the void themselves, but it looks like actually they're not on the same path or page. Their viewpoints are very different. So this masculine here is very beaten up, look battered. Well, he doesn't look too beaten up and battered. He looks quite battered there. No, he actually probably looks worse here, doesn't he, through the transition. And he's looking for that refuge, which you're going to find by going with him. Okay. Into solitude, which was just clarified so much. That's definitely the centre of the read, is the Divine Masculine needs to retreat and recharge. Okay, it's like, no, the games are over. Then we have the King of Swords here, very much in his head. And it is about, I want to say it's, you see this heart kind of echoing. I'm not sure that he's hearing anything back. So he's sending out from this heart space, but I don't feel that he's actually feeling anything back. And that's because the Divine Feminine has kind of moved on, is balanced now, and is managing to balance her own energies, her own emotional states, which means that the aura is just going to be, what was it, the Serenity? I think I've got it. Where did I just, it's underneath the emotional loss. Serenity bestows inner peace, tranquility and calmness of mind. When you feel serene, you are your own person. Meaning the Divine Feminine, the Divine Masculine won't really be feeling the Divine Feminine because she knows that she's her own person now. For nothing and no one can bother, upset or influence you. It says you are like a calm, clear lake, beautiful and peaceful to be with. Your quiet radiance brings hope and support to those who come within your aura. So it doesn't mean like energetically anyone that's around you will feel serene, peaceful. For all are calmed by you. You attract respect and love from others, for all are calmed by you. And as you become deeply serene and still, you connect to your higher powers of the universe for divine guidance, and your path in life becomes smooth and flowing. And that's quietly ask your angels to hold you in serenity. I can't see the divine masculine at all being held in serenity. Only within the hermit, but you have to go within to connect to that with the hermit. That's the universe giving you a kick up the bum. And in his head, wondering, I want to say where the connection's gone to. Okay, let's crack on. So we have mental conflict now about where's the passion. Honesty shouting out here to me. And that's just saying, really, what did you expect? Here's the resurrection that the divine masculine is considering. And then we have, he's looking here at maybe wanting to play happy families now. Now, happy families is when they all have different, the baker, I believe, and I can't remember the others. Mine's the baker coming out. Probably because it would have been the master baker and you would have laughed as a kid. But it's about actually dealing out the cards and then creating a family, isn't it? By it's like swapping cards, asking. So, yes, not sure. Happy families. That doesn't come together when you deal the cards. You're not just dealt the perfect family, are you? You've got to kind of make some adjustments in that game. There is a bit of a game to get to happy families, to get the kind of family unit that you're looking for. And it is that you're the one asking for it as well, because you ask players whether they have a certain card that you're wanting. So, okay. Let's move on. Like I said, we're not going to be here too much longer. So what can let's get you a postcard from Spirit. I'm not sure if I want to take this one. Celebrate life, it says, but this one's flipped over. You are magical. Dear you, what is true for you? Can you be impeccable with your word? Sure you can, as long as it's not used to manipulate others. The truth can set everyone free. Let go of the results, and let go of your fears, and allow the truth to empower you and others. This will set into motion a kind of change that will be supportive of you and loving and all kinds of prosperous. This is not a time to compromise and hide your truth from others. Whatever it is you want, go for it and be clear in your motives, especially with yourself. You will be so happy you did. This is a time where you will tap into the power to co-create and manifest your best life. Doesn't that feel amazing? Maybe not at the moment. And the results? Miraculous. When you tell the truth and ask the same of others, you can learn a lot from life's bountiful lessons and achieve your dreams. Love you always. If you're not honest, you may always be looking over your shoulder. That's how I feel, and that's why I said, if you're always looking over your shoulder, then you're worrying that someone's going to catch up with you or maybe cause you trouble. What a way to live. It's not. It's not a way to live. You really need to address these issues so that if anything does come back, you're able to address it and be able to explain situations. Otherwise, you'll just be looking over your shoulder, maybe for the rest of your life. Let's read this. Celebrate life. Dear you, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and the old ways we once trusted are no longer reliable. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you are pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of the higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this. Try something new. Do something different. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take that first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. You'll be so glad you did because the treasures will appear. We're so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and so supported. Okay. I was just seeing what this little cherub here is doing. Can't really see what it is. Let's put it in the camera and we might be able to make sense of. I don't know if it's in. I'm going to get a Rumi message to finish off this reading with. Excuse me. Just for a little bit more guidance for the Divine Masculine, so that you kind of have maybe a deeper understanding. Leave you on a message from Rumi with, hopefully it'll bring this reading together and you might be able to go away with some clarity. Okay. Like it said there, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace and the old ways we once trusted, they're no longer reliable. I want these cards to loosen up a bit. Okay, loosen up, come on. It was a lovely day. It's got a bit cloudy now. Sacred Convergence, card number 11. Okay, Divine Masculines, let's end this reading, look at what this final kind of message is. 11. Just this happy families, and it starts off with, roaming about town, the master was holding a light, saying, I am weary of the dreams. We're going to go back. We're going to start again. They're not dreams, they're demons. Okay. So let's look at the shadow side rather than trying to change the words for it to be, not completely honest. Let's start again. Roaming about town, the master was holding a light, saying, I am weary of the demons and the beasts. A human is what I am longing for. The human cannot be found. We have searched. What cannot be found is what I am longing for. As I said, the divine masculine can't really feel the divine feminine. Okay. Although poor and needy, I will not accept small pieces of ruby. The mine of the finest rubies is what I am longing for. One hand holding a cup of wine, and the other the curls of the beloved. A dance like this in the middle of the circle is what I am longing for. How I have longed for you, my very own. Look no further, for the family beyond your family, the relationship beyond all other relationships, the great love that unveils all other loves, to be mere reflections of the one great and true love is here for you now. It is I who has sought you through the stirrings of your own heart. Yes, 'twas I, hidden beneath every secret, yearning for something more, something full, something special, something all-encompassing. Behind every yearning, always, I have hidden. Now I show myself to you, that you may become so filled with the same passionate devotion that I hold for you, that your minds will fall away, overwhelmed by the sheer intensity of love, tossed into an ocean of silent, unending bliss. Come to me, we are to be one now, in sacred convergence of silent, eternal passion. Rest and retreat, and then we have this kind of passion here. Sacred convergence indicates a coming together of souls in alignment with a greater cause. The greater cause is both personal and impersonal. There is an aspect of joining together for common purpose, although that purpose may not be immediately obvious at a level of day-to-day consciousness. That common soul purpose may be to lift each other into greater love and self-belief, to shed fear and open the heart, filling each individual soul with more holy fire for its personal, passionate purpose. You'll have a sense when this process is happening. There will be a coming together of you with like-minded souls who hail from all walks of life. And yet together, through some invisible genius, you will help each other. You may simply be dancing in the same room or singing in a group, attending a class or workshop, or just visiting the same beach or parkland, but at that moment there will be a sense of something coherent and nourishing happening at a far greater level. So now we're actually talking about not so much the energetic kind of connection from afar, but this is talking about you're going to feel someone when they kind of come into your aura, okay? So close proximity of you. And this is how you're going to call in. I did see Soul Sister. I was going to sing it actually when I was shuffling. I was going to say, hey, Soul Sister. And that's what a lot of these people are, you know, we're soul sisters. So, yeah, how awesome is that? Okay. The trickle-down effect into your personal life will be felt too. You'll have more energy after spending time with these people, even if you don't interact very much on a personal level beyond being in the same space. You'll feel empowered to step forward on your path and love yourself with less conditions. You'll become freer to shed your fears, let go of relationships based in fear and judgment, and open up to those more loving, responsive and inspiring to continue on your personal journey in increasingly profound ways. This oracle has come to you because you are part of a greater sacred convergence happening now. Perhaps you have already sensed its progression, or perhaps it will not be obvious to you, but the effect, whether obvious or subtle, will be important to your soul development and divine awakening. You are being asked to drop defences and barriers towards groups of people that feel good for you. However, those that dampen your spirits or drag you down are to be dispensed with, no matter what games of blame or manipulation they may play to keep you coming back for more. Okay. No, that shall not do for your soul growth now. Just step away. Turn towards these connections that feel nourishing to your soul and learn to share yourself without fear. Just be. You do not have to force the planets to spin, nor the great cycles of the soul to happen. All that is required is that you show up for what is offered to you now. Do your part. Just brings in the 11 with the 1111. Take your steps, dance, sing and be, and allow the gifts of sacred connection to change your world. For this is the spiritual gift presented to you now. This oracle comes with a special message. Perhaps you have been thinking about shedding lower vibrational connections based in the ego world of power games, sabotage, manipulation and fear. Perhaps you have already begun this process, or even shed so many you are fearing you might have overpruned to be left with nothing and no one. That's how it can feel. I actually woke this morning feeling extremely lonely. I jotted it down. I told you I was kind of, but it's not often. I woke up actually a little bit teary, just feeling I've kind of like pruned out everybody. That just wasn't, how did I have so many people in my life that drained my energy and wasn't on my side? And you can just kind of think, wow. But that's where your strength comes within, and you just have to kind of pull yourself out of it, and understand the truth is that really you want to invite. I don't really want to invite all these people back in my life if it's continuing to be the same way that it always was. Okay. Perhaps you've been thinking about shedding lower vibrational connections based in the ego world of power games, sabotage, manipulation, and fear. Perhaps you have already begun this process, or even shed so many you are fearing you might have overpruned to be left with nothing and no one. Do not fear, feisty angel of love. Your truth is prevailing. You cannot stay in a vibration of fear if you want to dwell in a vibration of love. Whilst you learn to sustain that vibration within you until it cannot be rattled by any crisis or demand, you are wise to place yourself in more nourishing, I've got the burps, in more nourishing connections. If you want a plant to grow, why not give it the best soil and conditions in which to do so? Certainly, the plant of love can and will grow in the most hospitable, hope so, will grow in the most inhospitable conditions, but it can be rather more joyful to grow in gentler, more nourishing conditions if possible. That's really just saying, are you in a situation where it's really hard to grow? You can grow, and maybe it's gradual, but you don't really just, shoot up and bloom as quickly. I'm just going to read that part again. Whilst you learn to sustain that vibration within you until it cannot be rattled by any crisis or demand, you are wise to place yourself in more nourishing conditions. If you want a plant to grow, why not give it the best soil and conditions in which to do so? Certainly, the plant of love can and will grow in the most inhospitable conditions, but it can be rather more joyful to grow in gentler, more nourishing conditions if possible, which I really feel is alone. Okay, if you cannot be surrounded by people that will encourage your growth, help you with your growth, understand what you're going through, then you're best to be alone. And that's really what you find is no one can really understand. You're the one going through it, but you sure can help other people once you've gone through it, because you have this you have the experience, you have the understanding, you have the compassion to be able to help others through it. But there are not most, there are some of us, I mean, I'm thinking 144,000, okay, that are waking up big time to be able to learn the lesson, to have got through it, and then to help the others to awaken on our planet. So let's carry on, because I just totally lost the flow there. This oracle comes to you with guidance that the possibility for more joyful relationships and growth of love within is in your power. You can choose each day, each moment. Just make a choice. Trust yourself, your discernment, and your intuition and choose. You do not owe anyone anything. Repeat this law of karma. You only owe love the chance to grow. So let that be your guiding principle now as you release the old and trust that even if your garden of relationship becomes sparse for a while, you have been cutting back unhealthy plants to allow for new life to flourish. It is only a matter of timing for the season of new life and growth to come again, and so it shall, bringing with it sacred convergence of souls on the path of love, your soul tribe, your soul family, your new tribe of those journeying upon the path of love. Okay, here's a sacred honouring ritual. Say, Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, I open to your grace. I hereby declare I am willing to release those connections that no longer serve my spiritual growth on the path of love. I release relationships based in fear and am open to those based in love. I surrender the need to know, to judge, to assert control, and to be in the right. I open up to tolerance, intuition, and honouring of my heart. I open to love. Show me the way, brother of my soul. Guide me through your grace into the sacred convergence of my soul. Guide me through your grace into the sacred... We just reread that part. I'm going to do it a third time now. Show me the way, brother of my soul. Guide me through your grace into the sacred convergence of my soul and divine love in its most gracious expression, now and always. I call in my soul tribe of love, and I open my heart to nourishing connections in all ways. So be it. Close your eyes and relax with your hands resting on your heart. Do this for however long feels good for you. When you are ready, simply open your eyes and you have completed the sacred honouring ritual. Okay, guys, much love to you. Have a fantastic day, and I will catch up with you soon. Take care. Bye for now.